Our first story takes us back to ancient Persia, where a renowned Sufi sage named Bahauddin Shah lived. Known far and wide for his wisdom, Shah often found himself sought after by people looking for answers. One day, a man approached him, racked with anxiety, unable to find peace. Shah listened patiently, then asked the man to fetch a glass of water. As the man returned with the water, Shah took a handful of salt and stirred it into the glass. He then asked the man to drink. The man grimaced at the salty water. Shah then asked the man to fetch another glass of water. This time, he led the man to a nearby lake and threw the same amount of salt into it. He urged the man to drink from the lake. The man found the lake water refreshing. Shah smiled and said, "Anxiety is the salt. Life is the water. The more you expand your life, the less you will taste the salt." Our second story revolves around the fabled Mullah Nasruddin. One day, Nasruddin seemed particularly troubled. His friends noticed his distress and asked him about his worries. Nasruddin replied, "I'm worried about every possible catastrophe that can befall me." His friends, surprised, asked him, "But Nasruddin, how many of these catastrophes have actually happened?" Nasruddin thought for a moment and replied, "None, but that's exactly what worries me. I'm overdue." This tale, with its characteristic Sufi humor, nudges us to realize the futility of worrying about the unforeseen and the non-existent. Finally, we have the story of the Sufi mystic Rumi and his encounter with a distraught man. The man confessed to Rumi about his perpetual state of worry and anxiety. Rumi, listening intently, asked the man, "Do you pay rent for the space these worries occupy in your mind?" The man, taken aback, replied, "No." Rumi then said, "If you don't pay rent, don't let your worries stay, evict them." From these tales of wisdom, a few teachings emerge to guide us in dealing with anxiety. First, understand that anxiety, like salt, can only overpower us if we let it. Expand your life, embrace new experiences, and you'll find that the taste of anxiety diminishes. Second, realize that worrying about potential catastrophes only serves to rob us of our current peace. Many of our fears never come to pass, and fretting about them only sows the seeds of unnecessary anxiety. Lastly, remember Rumi's words. Do not let your worries occupy a space in your mind rent-free. Recognize them, address them, but do not allow them to overstay their welcome. So, in the quiet corners of your mind, when shadows of anxiety start to loom, remember these Sufi tales. Remember that you hold the power to diminish the salt, to laugh at the non-existent catastrophes, and to evict the unpaid tenants of worry from your mind. And in doing so, you will find the path to inner peace and tranquility. Until next time, keep these tales close to your heart. And remember, the only real monster is the one we allow to grow in our minds.